Economists and politicians have long debated how we can combine social cohesion with the accommodation of cultural and religious diversity. This question becomes ever more pressing when there is a time of economic crisis, jobs are scarce, and people feel the bite of the fear of unemployment, of poverty, of reduced resources for everyone. Now, one of the things that we want to address is how to reduce the costs of ethnic diversity and ethnic disadvantage, how to better monitor what happens in the workplace and in schools, how to better monitor issues of discrimination and ensure equality of opportunity. Another way to address the crisis and to show how cultural diversity can actually be turned into an asset is to look at culture as a factor for growth. First of all, to look at the business case for diversity. How culturally and religiously diverse teams can often come up with innovative solutions, with new products, with new services that satisfy needs of minority groups. We can also use culture as a way to create employment. We have seen the boom of tourism, cultural tourism. We have seen the boom of educational activities. Cultural diversity combines very well with the internet and the global diffusion of information, the interactive learning, the possibility to know distant places and distant cultures through the internet. These are all good practices that we're exploring here, seeking to provide an answer to this dilemma. Is cultural diversity bad for social cohesion? Is social solidarity being eroded today? Politicians and political theorists have also debated about the crisis of democracy, the crisis of legitimacy of the political class. People feel less and less trust to those that govern them. Europe has sometimes been a bit too Eurocentric or West-centric, especially when it comes to governing well cultural and religious diversity and minority groups' claims. We are looking at the experiences of other continents and other states, not only North America, Canada and the US are the obvious examples, not only in Australia. We also look at places like South America, India, Indonesia. We try to find the good practices that we can learn from and the ways that we can renovate our democracies mutually and exchange good practices between researchers and policymakers. We think differently and we want to make a difference. That's why we provide executive training seminars to train the leaders of the future, to train the people who are actually actively involved in the policies. We also engage into dialogue with policymakers at a high level so that we can exchange our views, they can give us input in what are the problems they're facing, and we can provide evidence so they can make better policies.